So here we are, back at this base of the second step. And this is what the crux part of the mountain, and someone had said to me before I went back the second time, they said, you know, Ronnie, the ladder on the second step is a South African ladder. Do you think you can confirm this for me? And I thought, what am I looking for? You know, I said, Richmond, a South African ladder. An aluminium ladder made in London, made in Sydney, made in Johannesburg. Surely they all look the same. And so as I got up to the base of this ladder and I was standing with my elbow leaning on my knee, knowing that I wouldn't sit down, knowing that if I did that, I put myself at great risk. So I was resting like this, and I looked at the side rung of the ladder, and what did I see? I saw a little sign that said, "Proudly South African." So I'm very proud to tell you that the highest ladder on our planet is a South African ladder. Isn't that amazing? What I'm just disappointed about is that when the guys donated this ladder, they didn't push this ladder higher up the second step and make it really easy, because the difficulty is when you're at the top where that climber is right now, is you've got to get off that ladder and you've got to go off to the right. Getting back on is even more of a mission. And but so the climb continues. We get to another little place called the third step. And then we get to this place. And this was the place where the two Russian climbers that I told you about right in the beginning, this is where they had turned around. This is where the wind was blowing so strong that they were absolutely convinced they were going to get blown off the mountain. It's where they said to me, "What are you doing here?" It's where they turned. And it's a place on the mountain that often, and I doubt that I'm going to get that request from this audience today, but often at a talk, someone would come up to me afterward and say, and they're usually young and fit and strong, and they'd say, you know, we've had aspirations to want to climb Everest. And I'm always encouraging, and I'm saying, yes, please, let's connect, and I'm going to help you in whichever way I can. Often once they've seen this clip, they say, we're not sure, maybe we've got to do some work on our skills. So let's have a look at that. But as you come around the corner from having negotiated that very, very difficult section, this is what you see. And on the 23rd of May, 2007, and I cannot believe it was 12 years ago, it seems like just yesterday, I had the privilege of taking those last few steps and finally actually getting up there. And I put this pick in just really to remind myself that the people that are near and dear to you, that we take them along with you, that you don't leave them behind. It's so easy for us when we're obsessed about achieving something that we leave those that are important behind us. And of course, then my climbing buddy Mike arrived. And this was pre-2010, when we all now know that the South African flag, that the red should be on top. Because at the time, I remember people saying to me, "But don't you know which way around the flag should be?" I really learned afterwards, no, but for the reds on top, we're okay. You know, it doesn't make any difference which way it is. So I welcomed Mike up, and we sat there, and there were just a few of us on the summit, and we're going to talk about crowds in a moment. And I had the opportunity once again of taking out the satellite phone and making my call to Nick Murray, who had agreed this time that he would go into the studio. He took a book with him. He was reading Into Thin Air by John Krakauer. You probably know that book. And he'd fallen asleep, and suddenly the satellite phone call rang, and he woke, and none of the settings were ready, and he was a little bit of a mess, but be that as it may, and the challenge is keeping the battery alive on the satellite phone. But I want to share that call with you, that phone call back to KFM, and it was listened to by about 2 million people on the day. It was amazing. I've had so many people say to me afterwards, you know, we remember that. People stopping their cars, other people getting emotional, people sharing their story. It was just, it was a life-changing moment for me. And the bit of footage is you'll see me coming up, taking those last few steps, and then Mike joining me on the summit.
This is Cape Town's biggest breakfast show, 94.5 KFM at 10 to 8, and what ought to be our final crossing to Ronnie Moule, our man on Everest. The return to Everest that we've been watching for the last 2 months on this show, brought to you in conjunction with the Discovery Channel at DSTV. Ronnie Moule, good morning.
Nick.
Yes, talk to me.
Nick, all right, Nick, well, I'm sitting on the roof of the world.
Ronnie, congratulations.
Woo, Ronnie! Woo! Thank you, Nick. I'm struggling to hear you. I hope you can hear me all right.
Ronnie, we have you loud and clear. Can you describe the scenery for us?
Well, the views are absolutely awesome. I mean, the sun came up not that long ago. It's just snow-capped mountains, some brown in the background. It's just amazing. Mike is about 5 minutes away. He's been coming up behind me. I've been here for 10 or 15 minutes, just had the chance to phone my family and really tell them all that I love them very, very much. And it's just, this is a 28-year-old dream for me, Nick.
And something you've been working on for the last 3 months. You must feel relieved.
I am indeed. I must tell you, taken a lot of hard work. We've got a lot of hard work to get down again. And we need to keep ourselves together. But absolutely wonderful to be here, I must tell you. It really is. It's been quite an emotional experience for me.
Any tears, Ronnie? I imagine emotions must be flowing.
Oh, you know, Nick, the tough thing about tears is that you're going to have eyelids that are going to stick together, so you've got to be pretty careful that you, don't do that. But can't say that I don't have a lump in my throat.
Ronnie, is it everything you expected?
Nick, it is indeed, it's just, it is a relief. It's a wonderful experience to be here, and there are a few of us sitting on the summit at the moment. Sun shining. There's some photographs being taken. We're just waiting for Mike to come up. Nick, wonderful. I might have to end this call soon if you don't mind. My hands are getting cold, and I got to put some mitts back on. And but just if I can say, really a big thanks to you for your support. Thanks to everyone who's listened to and followed this expedition. It's been amazing. Ladies and gents, guys and girls, thank you for your support. I can tell you it's been felt. You've been wonderful, and it's just thank you for being there. Thank you for being supportive. Thanks, Cape Town. Much appreciated.
And as an aside, the KFM breakfast mug has now conquered the world.
The mug, indeed, it does. I'm going to get a photograph with it right the next few minutes. But it's right here, Nick. Top of the world, can't go any higher.
Ronnie, thank you. Safe home. Take care.
Nick, we have, and once again, thank you for your support, and thanks to Cape Town, and thanks to all the supporters.
Ronnie, you are not just a friend of this show, but a friend of mine. You have become a friend of Cape Town's. You are a superstar and an inspiration to all of us. Well done. I know you still have a very long hike ahead of you.
Thanks for everything, and I think I need to go, so thank you and goodbye.
Thanks, Ronnie. Take care. Our man on Everest, Ronnie Moole, from the summit. We don't do dedications on this show, but I think today merits an exception. This is for you, Ronnie.
The problem was I couldn't hear that. I wish I could have heard that. It would have given me some motivation for the descent. But how's old Nick, eh? Asks me to take a KFM mug to the summit, and then he keeps me talking there for ages. I mean, my hands are freezing. I mean, really. What's wrong with this guy? Anyway, I mean, it really was the most amazing experience.